What's the hurry? We don't have to be back at the transmission pad till 2.
Aw, we better stop and let you have a rest.
Hey, what's that over there?
I don't know. Look at the writing.
What's it say?
Westman Resources. Something about a claim? 1982. Wow.
Let's find out more. Chip?
Standing by.
What's this thing all about?
It's a claim post from a mine that operated here in the late 20th century.
I didn't know that there'd ever been a mine around here.
I have a media file from the period. Would you like to see it?
Fire away, Chip. I need a breather anyway.
Far below the pristine rivers, lakes, and forests of Vancouver Island, there's another world. Down here, in layers of rock formed long before the dinosaurs, the Earth's hidden treasures are being uncovered. Extraordinary mineral deposits hold a wealth of zinc, copper, gold, and silver. Using the latest equipment and mining technologies, the people of Westmin Resources are hard at work, exploring, analyzing, and mining this valuable resource hundreds of meters beneath the surface, while taking great care to preserve the beauty and integrity of the natural world above. In central Vancouver Island, the Myra Falls operation is surrounded by Strathcona Provincial Park, the only mine in British Columbia within a park. The story of the mine starts about 400 million years ago, when the region lay submerged beneath an ancient ocean. Undersea volcanoes spewed enormous quantities of molten fluids containing metallic minerals onto the sea floor. The richest areas solidified in concentrated sulfide ore deposits. The same geological forces that enriched the earth with minerals also formed the spectacular landscape of Strathcona Park. Today, the area's recreational values are enjoyed by people from around the world, while the mineral values down below are carefully recovered by the mine.
Well, there's one thing about minerals. You have to go to where they are, where the good Lord has deposited them. We're here because these massive sulfide deposits are world-renowned. They're rich and contribute an awful lot to the economy of British Columbia and Canada. And they are in a provincial park, Strathcona Park, the oldest park in BC. And I would hope that we can prove, not only to ourselves, but to the rest of the country, that parks and mines can coexist.
Mining here entails special responsibilities for both Westman and the agencies in charge of the park.
BC Parks is the licensing agency which allows Westman to operate in the park. Through that licensing procedure, we develop up conditions and criteria which ensure that in the long term their impacts in the park will be minimized and the land can be turned back to the park in the future. Between the other agencies, the other part of Ministry of Environment, Waste Management Section and Water Management Section, along with the Mines Division themselves, we're very concerned about the impacts that the mine could have. And we're constantly meeting with the mine, looking over their plans and what they propose to do. And I think we've been very successful in resolving the issues without major issues boiling over for us and for our customers.
Park and mine. It's a delicate balance. When hikers complained about noise from the mine's ventilation system, Westman responded by installing new, quieter fans deep underground, restoring peace and quiet for all. Sharing a region that offers so much to so many is a difficult challenge.
This is sort of a microcosm of the whole of BC, this particular valley, because it has parks and it has logging and it has mining and it has tourism and it has recreation and on and on. We're all concerned about different things. Westman have made an effort to be as corporately responsible as they have the technical know-how to be. I think that they're long established, quietly for the most part going about their business. I mean, they want to be around in the long term, and they have to show that their industry is aware of potential problems and willing to work around them.
Ideally, as a park manager, I'd prefer to be managing a park as a park and not have the necessary industrial activities that go along with some. However, in the case of Westman and Myra Falls operation, there are benefits that do occur when you do have a mine. The entire road that accesses this end of the lake probably wouldn't be here, giving a lot of public that aren't necessarily the fittest of our clients the ability to come into this area, bring their young children in to see the lakeside. This trail here is one of the items that we probably wouldn't have built if it hadn't been for the mine being in the park and their participation with us.
Today's mine is a long way from the picks and shovels of yesteryear. Teams of skilled geologists, engineers, and mine planners coordinate the search for minerals and the science of getting them out of the ground. Cutting-edge technology provides a wealth of information about the location of ore bodies, the concentration of specific minerals, and the complex process of developing the mine.
You got this one, and that one coming out, right? One after the other.
And another one over here.
Thousands of drill core samples and detailed surveys from throughout the mine area enable geologists and engineers to construct intricate computer models of the tunnels and treasures below.
That's where some of your best grades are, right in there, right?
Although on the surface, the mine occupies just 2 square kilometers of land, down below, the ore bodies are threaded by more than 240 kilometers of drifts, shafts, and stopes, an intricate labyrinth deep in the earth. Underground, the face of mining is changing as dramatically as up in the engineering offices. Gone are the cramped and dangerous conditions of the past. Here, on level 21 of Westman's HW mine, a computer-equipped maintenance shop is used to keep a growing fleet of powerful, sophisticated equipment in top working order. Exploring and developing mines is both expensive and risky. In Canada, an average of $50 million is spent exploring a new mine before a company can tell whether development will be worthwhile. However, the rewards can be spectacular. Westman spent $6 million exploring its Gap Battle deposit and uncovered more than $400 million worth of ore. So the quest for the Earth's hidden riches continues. Getting the ore out of the ground requires well-trained operators and specialized equipment. The first stage is drilling and blasting. The ore is then gathered up by remote-controlled scoop trams, which make the mucking process safer and more efficient. The approximate mineral content and market value of every load is known before it's even blasted. Giant pneumatic hammers smash rocks too large for the crusher. Different grades of ore from different parts of the mine are mixed in exact proportions and blended like grapes for fine wine. Each day, up to 4,000 tons of crushed ore are carried by a kilometer-long conveyor belt to the mill. Here, the valuable ore is separated from the waste minerals and concentrated. Enormous rod and ball mills crush and grind the rock into fine particles. The entire milling process is continuously monitored and regulated by computer control, fine-tuning the recipe for different minerals. Finally, with the ground-up ore in a slurry form, the hidden treasures start to emerge as copper and zinc particles float to the top. Only 1/6 of the material that enters the mill emerges as the final ore concentrates. Gold and silver contained in these base metal concentrates will be recovered at smelters around the world. The trip to the distant market starts with a shower, ensuring that the concentrates stay out of the air and water along the way to the terminal. Although Campbell River is best known as the salmon fishing capital of the world, it is also home to Discovery Terminal, from which Westman ships the concentrates. The importance of the Myra Falls operation extends far beyond the mine itself, with significant benefits for both the regional economy and the local community.
Westman is the second largest private employer in the community. It's working on a non-seasonal basis, so it gives us a very good continuity in paychecks. They support many of the local businesses with ordering supplies from them for the mine. They support local charities, they support local sports teams, they contribute to partners in education. So overall it's excellent to have somebody who is a more permanent and non-seasonal employer.
Beyond the jobs, wages, taxes, and other benefits it brings today, Westman also provides the promise of security and prosperity for the future. Part of Westman's long-term commitment to the area is preserving the quality of the environment. Myra Creek flows through the mine site and eventually provides some of Campbell River's drinking water. Stringent testing and a state-of-the-art treatment system help environmental engineers ensure that water leaves the mine just as pure as when it arrives. Making sure that impacts are minimized and cleaning up along the way are an ongoing process at Myra Falls, part of what Westman believes is its responsibility as a temporary tenant on the land.
The mining started in the 1960s. It's been continuous through to the present, and we have every expectation they will be supported well into the 21st century. But that is a very insignificant amount of time in comparison to the geological time that this pristine beauty and natural beauty of the park has been existing. And it is our intention to return it to its natural beauty.
Westman takes land reclamation seriously and has earmarked $20 million for the job. Already more than $2 million has been spent on slope stabilization, planting trees and grasses, and fertilizing reclamation sites. The ultimate goal is to return as much of the site as possible to its natural pre-mining state in preparation for the land reverting to park. The results so far are promising. Less than 5 years after restoration, reclaimed lands are already starting to thrive. Also prospering is the mine itself, with greater reserves of ore still in the ground than have been mined so far, and a dedicated workforce of more than 400 employees. The people of Westman are working hard to meet the challenge of Myra Falls, to harvest the hidden treasures down below while preserving the natural splendor up above. A mine in a park. It can make sense when you look beneath the surface.
Well, that was great. Thanks, Chip.
It sure is a beautiful mine site. Hey, have you rested enough to go exploring?
As soon as you give me some of that zinc ointment. We can't dematerialize for another hour, and I'm starting to burn.